So I'm going to give a brief introduction to the USTAD Mobile Platform stroke Kaisipan app, which is designed to make it possible to use e-learning and digital tools for education in areas with limited connectivity or where connectivity is generally expensive or limited compared to income. So it'll be relatively quick. So just explaining why are we doing this? What are we aiming to do with the platform? How does that happen? Then I will show practically on the phone screen that I can share here, and any questions. So these are the digital education barriers that we typically try to overcome, which I think a lot of people will be familiar with. So it's not expensive, or knowing that it's not the only thing. It's also can be in some areas, even if you have an internet service or mobile data bundle, it may have times that it's not working or that it goes slow at particular times. People who have less income tend to have phones with less memory, and then they wind up running out of space, so they don't have enough space to download big apps or add lots of content. And of course also some users have audio and visual impairments. So what we've tried to do is make things work offline 100%, so that the user doesn't have to wait if the connection is running slow or isn't there at all. We've done a lot of work on content compression, especially video, and video tends to be the type of content that gets big. So we're doing now, the video sizes are actually 2/3 smaller for the same quality than a quote normal MP4. We're working on sharing offline sharing between devices. So if you think about a typical education situation from a networking point of view, it's kind of crazy, because you'll have 30, 40 participants, whether they're teachers doing training or students, all downloading from the internet the exact same file. So you're using 30 times more bandwidth than you need to, which is not ideal. And then finally, of course, you have something that works offline that has to support offline installation. So that's both via app stores and outside app stores. And as well as having the mobile app, we do actually have a desktop version of the app for laptop and desktop computers on Windows and Linux. So that's what sharing content between devices looks like. The protocol, if anyone's interested, is actually ICP. So it's essentially have each device is a cache, has data, it has its storage there, but can also send messages to other devices to ask if they have the file that it wants. And because each device has a checksum, that means that when a device takes a file from another device nearby, it can verify the integrity of the file. So that means it is as secure as downloading, from the internet. There's no compromise on the integrity of content. So what we've done to use less memory, we kept the app size small. It's 13 megabytes now. we have used compression and deduplication. So the compression I mentioned, videos. We also, compress images, audio files, anything that people upload that's typically part of e-learning content. We compress it. When we see the e-learning files that our clients upload, they typically reduce anywhere between 60 and 80, 90%. It's normal. And we also give users the option to save content to an SD card in their phone, so they can have an option where they don't have to use the phone's memory if they are running low on memory. Accessibility, that's about making sure that all the screens are supporting screen readers and video subtitles. And content support. Why did I say PDF is coming soon? We did that like a year ago. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, we support various common types of e-learning files. So what I'll do now is, rather than go through that, I'll switch the screen to emulate to the actual device. So now everyone should be able to see, what the it would actually be on a phone screen or a tablet or whatever. So what this actually looks like practically, students get like a courses library. So like, the admin can create a course. A course is essentially just a structured set, like any other kind of platform you guys might have, seen, any other learning management system like Moodle or Blackboard and, stuff like this. You can add assignments, discussion boards. So this all works offline. So if I go, I think, where do we actually have some content to? I'll add something here. We have something here. Okay, fine, found something. So as a student, I can, select to just download something. Okay, so now that, obviously I've downloaded that, we can go and, put the phone into airplane mode, make it go offline, and, the content will work just as it did, as it would work online, and everything that we ever visited, everything that we saw, everything just keeps on working as it did. This is essentially the learning management system application, and actually one interesting new addition that is not in the presentation but is coming out in the next month is that the app is now offering a programming interface for third-party edtech apps. So, apps like math apps and stuff like that can use the offline features of the platform, send data to and from it, so that teachers then get a combined gradebook reports, which uses open standards, particularly OneRoster and Experience API, so that other edtech developers can build on this as well. And it gives students a way to use actually multiple apps. So we're not saying, this is going to be the one app that's going to rule everything. Actually, rather, it provides a framework for interoperability, where other apps can use it for a single sign-on, and the same sort of offline support without having to worry about all the ins and outs of actually getting that to work offline themselves using APIs that they already use online. So I think I'll pause there. I see something turning up in Q&A. Okay, so The moderators want me to answer the questions, or I can answer live, or the things are in the chat. So what technology enables this to be fully offline? Well, it's a few. Okay, so I would like to answer this question live. Fine. So there's a few things in the app that do that. Primarily, it's just normal Android and desktop development. That it does have its own Wi-Fi and Bluetooth components. So that enables devices to talk to each other. If you're talking about just one device, what enables one device to work fully offline? It's just normal, you connect, you download stuff, or instead of connecting over the internet, you load data up from a memory card. So that's pretty normal. Well, maybe not the memory card part. Yeah, and then if you are talking about a cluster of devices, then that's Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So all stuff that is common, on all Android devices.